Afternoon, guys. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School, and I'm back out here on the Pathfinder School property and doing a little bit of scouting around. I've got a shotgun with me. We've got two seasons open right now, dove and squirrel. It's early in the afternoon, so I don't expect to see anything anytime soon, but maybe later on this afternoon I will. I thought I'd go ahead and eat some lunch while I'm out here. I haven't had lunch today, and I've hiked out a little ways to get to this point. Remember that I have 4,200 plus acres that backs up to my 186 acre property here at the Pathfinder School. So I've got plenty of room to roam, hunt, fish, trap, hike, camp, do whatever I want to do, and go wherever I want to go to do that. And I know this area like the back of my hand, so I don't need a lot of supplies generally when I go out. So what I want to talk to you about today is my backpack and what I would carry roving around these woods, whether it's hunting, whether it's fishing, hiking, whatever the case may be. There's certain things that I throw in that pack, albeit that I know this area like the back of my hand. So I don't have to worry about navigation too much because I can get out of here day or night. That's not a problem, no matter how deep I go. Emergency devices for communication are a different story. And certain things that you want with you all the time are a different story as well, though I wouldn't carry a full-on emergency survival kit out here because the most I'm going to get stuck out here is going to be an overnight before someone comes to find me if I've got the correct device with me to let someone know I'm stranded or have a problem. So with that said, stay with me. We're going to eat some lunch out here, and then we'll talk about this pack. Chili mac and cheese. Ooh. Yes, please. And a spoon. Very important. Let's say I want to make one out of bark really quick, which I don't really want to do today. So lay that on fairly level ground here so we can let her cook. Save that water in case we need it. And our spoon, of course. And we'll give it about 10 minutes. And generally I'll kind of look in these bags about halfway through what I think the cook time is and make sure that I've got enough water in there. It's pretty good. Might drain just a little bit of water off of it actually. We'll squeeze the bag down. We'll squirt a little bit of that water on our fire. Yeah. There we go. That's better. And we'll let it continue to cook here. If I don't bring a long handle spoon with me, which I don't tend to do if I'm just out on a scout like this, in my main cook kit, I put a long handle spoon, but in my scout kits, I usually don't. So I just slice the bag open with my knife. Tear it off. I'll carry that out of here with me, along with the bag itself. But now, we got ourselves a bowl of food here. All right, some chili mac and cheese here. Yeah, that's awesome. Eat the crap out of that. Tell you what, Heather makes us some good food, boy. These Pathfinder provisions are top notch. Man, oh man. Okay, so I figure while we're putting this back away, we can kind of go over this kit while we're getting finished up with our lunch here. We get our trash off to the side here. We'll take that with us when we go. So I've just got a Go Ruck Rucker here. I've had this pack for a long, long time, put tons and tons of miles on it. Never let me down. It's got one exterior pouch on it, and remember this is set up for hunting. Got one exterior pouch on it. It's got a pair of Nikon Avalons in it, all right? That's the only thing on the outside of the pack in a pouch. I've got my tourniquet. I've got a small game carrier here. I clip on my belt after I get game. This pouch here is open, doesn't have anything in it at all. I can stuff dry tinder in there and things as I go. Carry maps, anything like that I wanted to carry with me. If I needed them, I could carry in that pouch, okay? It's a suitcase type pouch. It opens straight up the middle like this, which makes it very easy. Now, in this top pocket, this is kind of my junk drawer, all right? I've got a notebook. I've got a couple wipes in there. I have a spare compass in there, although I keep one in my EDS. There's one in my pocket all the time. There's a multi-tool in there. Of course, that's in my EDS, so it's in my pocket as well. This is just redundancies within this kit in case I would forget to bring something with me. I've got some electrolyte tabs in there, some spare shotgun shells, a cigarette lighter, a ballpoint pen. That's about it, really, in that pocket. Not a whole lot of stuff in there, okay? This mesh pocket here is where my food came from. I've also got a couple energy snacks in there, a couple pieces of candy, and a Capico coffee. Just things for the trail for one day, really, okay? If I got stuck with an overnighter, not a big deal if I had to do it, all right? I've got the things to do it if I had to. Again, your knowledge base depends on how much you carry, or how much you carry depends on your knowledge base, I guess is the word to say there, okay? I've got a Helicon poncho in here, and I've got a set of poncho poles. So I can make a shelter or a hunting blind out of that. I've got a Silky Gomboy saw in there. I've got a roll of bank line, and I've got some duct tape. I've got my headlight kit that came out of my main pack. This is the only thing that came out of my main pack that I had to put into this pack was my headlight kit and my container, all right? So some things do change over. That's why I like to keep kits redundant no matter what. I don't care what's in here. If there's redundancies within this pack, it's okay. My headlight, my batteries in there, my brick and all that stuff. So I'm gonna keep that in there, okay? Now, I'm only carrying the canteen and cup in this kit, but I can filter water on the fly if I need to, and I can cook in a metal container or boil water, whatever I need to do with that, okay? I keep the spoon in this junk drawer pocket right here. I throw it in there. I keep this rag in the food pocket right here. I'll dump it in there, and that's a Kevlar camp rag. It just has to be orange on one side. So that's the mainstay of the inside of this pack. You've got cutting tools. You've got a shelter if you need it. You've got a way to take care of your water. You've got a headlight in case it were to get dark. You've got navigational tools if you absolutely need them. I always keep a piece of outerwear in here, like a whoopee jacket, just in case it were to get cold. I've got something I can bundle up in to protect my body core temperature. And it's really a pretty simple and lightweight setup that way. That doesn't take a lot to carry. Probably weighs a sub 10 pounds. The main thing on the outside of this pack is this little jewel right here, Garmin InReach. This is I'm way back out in the middle of the wildlife area, and I have a big problem. I hit the SOS button, and there's gonna be a text message that goes to my wife and a message that goes to the database. This is the one indispensable item for me, no matter whether it's 3 miles out into the wildlife area or out in the middle of nowhere with my Jeep. This thing goes with me everywhere I go, okay? And then I've got the Henry 410X. Again, shotgun because it's dove and squirrel season. I'm not picky about what I eat, okay? Either one of them is going down if I see it today. All right, guys, I appreciate you joining for a quick lunch in the woods and a discussion on this roving pack, basically just a day pack to take out on a scout, on a hunt for the day in a familiar area. And to me, this whole 4,000 acres is a very familiar area, so I'm not gonna have a problem with getting lost. I do have an emergency device with me in case something were to happen. I have a tourniquet with me, and I have all the things that I would need if I want to cook a quick lunch or I need to cook a dinner because I have to spend the night. I've got a shelter, and I've got an extra piece of outerwear to keep me warm. That's seasonal for this time of year. I know I'm not going to freeze to death. It's only going to get down to 45, 50 degrees. I'm going to be fine. All of those things are key elements when you're putting together a kit like this for the season. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everything that you do for school, for family, and for business. All of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back to another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.